hello.
Feels good to be back.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Yes, it has. This is Goose Chase. We are back doing more of it. You are listening to it with your ears.
It's very assertive.
That is all I can tell you at this moment. Yeah, we're back. We haven't been around for 3 weeks.
Yes.
3 weeks. 2 planned weeks and 1 unplanned week.
Yes.
But we're here. Stuff's happening. It's springtime.
Uh-huh.
That's good.
It's been really nice out.
Yeah. I don't think I even told you this. The other day I had like that. You ever have a moment where like it's like the moment where you discover it's actually spring? It's like that day that's just the greenest or the sun is the yellowest or something. And you're just like, oh.
It's springtime.
Like maybe it's a specifically Northeast Ohio thing because it's like that first day without like cloud coverage everywhere.
Yeah. Our weather, I mean, I feel like it's always this way, but I don't know. It kind of feels particularly ridiculous this year, but it's been a series of weeks where it's been like beautiful for 2 days, and then it snows, and then it's beautiful, and then it rains, and then there's a tornado watch, and then it's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's kind of Ohio in a nutshell.
I think it is.
But I don't know, it does seem more erratic than even normal for Ohio, but
so the almost religious experience I had was I was pulling in the driveway, and I think I went out to like get groceries and beer, and I'm pulling in, and I look over at the magnolia tree.
Oh no, I was with you.
No. This is a different time.
Oh, okay.
Because I stopped and looked at it, and it was just like, I think it was Monday maybe, and it was just like the sun was just right, and I got out of my car and I just walked over and just stood under it for like 5 minutes.
Aw.
Just looking up at it going, holy shit, this thing's nice.
Yeah, because I know you noticed it Sunday because you were like, we had just gotten back from getting groceries, and you were like, the magnolia tree.
Right. But something about Monday, because Monday was a particularly clear day. It was the sunset was very nice. It was like that, it just didn't look like those winter blue days that like are so typical of early spring in Northeast Ohio.
Yeah.
And I had a moment with my tree.
All right.
And we're friends now. It's great.
That's good. Can
what
we
else?
like pen pals or something?
I don't know if we could be pen pals with
Might
a
be
tree.
difficult because the tree doesn't have fingers.
No,
or
but it
arms.
does have limbs.
Does have limbs.
Eh?
Eh?
I got you there.
Eh? Can I tell the world about my shirt?
Wow, yes. Tell the world about your shirt.
Because it's a similar silly pun.
Yeah, well, all right.
I have a shirt that's a platypus wearing a plaid shirt. It's a plaid-a-puss.
He's a platypus.
He's a platypus.
Yeah.
And nobody gets it. I have to explain it to everyone, and it's my favorite.
I feel like, okay,
It should be self-explanatory, but nobody gets it.
It should at least be super obvious that there's a joke there.
Everyone goes, platypus wearing flannel?
That's so weird.
And I go, plaid-a-puss. And people, let's discuss this. Flannel is the fabric, plaid is the pattern.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Flannel is the fabric.
Okay.
But the common pattern that's printed on flannel shirts is plaid.
For reasons.
So people conflate them. But
Okay.
I don't know. Lumberjacks popularized it. Not quite sure.
I blame the lumberjacks.
I always blame the lumberjacks.
Oh.
We're going to get some angry letters from lumberjacks.
God, wouldn't that be something?
I'll be happy because we'll be getting letters. Also, how did you get our address?
Also, can you hook me up with some lumber? 'Cause I
Also,
need
why
some
aren't you
lumber.
using email?
Why are they using email?
Why aren't they?
Why aren't they? Oh, right.
Because they were sending us letters.
Yeah, I was thinking, God, I already forgot what the joke was.
Wow. We're doing really good.
Yeah.
We're on track. So last week we were going to record and then we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I have written in my notes, last day at Walgreens.
Oh, yeah. So let's talk about that. That is over. That is a done thing.
Yes.
You no longer have to do that.
Yeah, I have a new job now.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really talk about it on the podcast. Also, the entire time it was happening, we didn't really record.
Yeah, right.
I put in my 2 weeks notice and then
You put
wasn't
in your 2
working
weeks
anymore.
the first week we didn't do the podcast, that first
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yep. So I went for an interview. Well, I found the job posting on Indeed. I applied for it. And then I got a response pretty quick, like a phone call saying, hey, we want to talk to you about scheduling an interview. And I looked the place up because I applied to so many places that I was like, what is this place? So I looked the place up, returned their call, scheduled an interview for the next day because the way my schedule was at Walgreens, like I would work from like 9 to 5 or 9 to 6. And then it's like everywhere's closed. Like can't really go in for an interview.
Yeah.
So I happened to work later the next day.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I could do it tomorrow. So we scheduled it and it went really well, obviously. And then like 4 days later, they called the following Tuesday. They called and told me to call them back. And I called back and they offered me the position and I accepted it on my break in my car. And then had to wait for the next day for my manager to be there and put in my 2 weeks notice the next day.
Yeah.
And here we are. I don't work at Walgreens anymore.
It has been an entire week now.
Yes, at the new job. The new job. It's going well. It's different, but it's good. So far, everyone's been nice and welcoming and, some people just aren't good at like training people or like being understanding when people are asking questions.
Yeah.
But that isn't the experience I've been having here, so that's really nice.
That's good.
And they've been teaching me, like moving me along in the process pretty quickly and trying to learn the ins and outs. It's complicated, but it's going well, and I'm happy for that. It is a pharmacy tech position because I realize I'm being like very vague. It's another pharmacy tech position. It's just not retail, so it's very different than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. I'm happy and I'm less stressed. So there's that.
Let's see what else is new. Oh, I don't know. I can't think of anything. Game of Thrones is back,
That's true.
and it's awesome.
I'm excited about how the first episode went.
Yeah. I don't know if we should talk about any events of the show on here.
No, I don't want a spoiler.
Yeah. I mean, it's only been like 3 days or whatever. Or whatever. It's been exactly 3 days. I'm counting the days till the next episode.
In my notes, I wrote GOT. It's back, baby.
Yeah. So I'm real excited about this. I have some nerves about where the show is going. What I want to happen almost definitely won't happen. But
Yeah.
what I want is all of humanity to be wiped out.
We also got money riding on it.
Oh yeah, we do. So we have essentially a death pool on Game of Thrones, as well as the secondary. Are they going to turn into a White Walker? And then questions like who's going to sit on the Iron Throne and all that.
Yeah. I think this is something we could discuss off the podcast, but I think we should check in on those every week after the episode and mark, like, so if someone big dies, we can mark it right away. So at the end of the run, we don't have to be going, wait, when did that person die? What did that? Because so much stuff happens in Game of Thrones. I think it might be easier to mark stuff off as we go.
Yeah, we'll talk
You
about
seem
that.
skeptical.
I am skeptical because the thing is, the whole idea of like locking it in the box is exciting because then, like, it hasn't been tampered with ideally, and the more times you open it and do that, the more
But
you
let
mess
me
with.
grade people's papers like a teacher.
Why don't you just have a sheet outside the whole thing where you're keeping track outside the box?
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Where we mark it on one of the plain extra sheets we have.
We probably don't have to figure this out right now in real time.
Yes, it's important. In other news,
Yeah.
you got some tools.
Yes, I got some tools. I'm excited. I have plans to build things. I don't know how to build
So
anything.
many plans.
I have lots of plans. I'm actually really like cooking up a lot of ideas right now. But this all got started because you wanted a new coffee table,
Yes.
which we have completely pushed outside the projects list, even
Yep.
though it's the whole point.
That's okay.
But it is also the most complicated one, so it makes sense
You're
to
going to
hold off a
start
bit.
with other things. And that's,
Yeah.
I think the couches are the most complicated one.
No, actually, I think they're really easy because they don't involve a lot of cuts.
Okay.
In some designs, you can make like furniture with like reclaimed pallet wood and barely make any cuts. I don't know what design I'm going to end up using, but that's one thing I want to do.
All right.
Because it'd be cool to have like custom furniture that suits like the room that we're in all the time that doesn't quite seat enough people.
And it's going to be unique.
It's going to be
No one
unique.
else will have it. We can use fabric for it that is A, easy to clean, and B, is maybe a little more colorful and something you wouldn't find in the store.
Yeah. I think all this stuff that I'm experiencing right now, as far as like ideas of things I really want to do, I really do think half of it has to do with just like getting like some of my like depression stuff in check. I really do.
What do you mean? I'm not following.
I just mean like now I'm finding myself being really ambitious as
Like
springtime rolls around.
Feeling creative.
Yeah. Like wanting to do
combination
things.
of we are both now medicated and also it's not winter. So
Yeah,
it's
true.
like the first time to really feel the benefits of it because we're not suffering from seasonal depression as well.
But yeah, we want to build shelves. We want to build
I think
maybe
you
furniture.
should start making a list. You're
Yeah.
gonna lose track of all these ideas.
I'm going to build my Keyser finally, so I have this chest freezer that's going to be my new kegerator. That's real exciting. And just, I don't know, general things.
General things. So, one of the pharmacists at work apparently has a puppy, and he has been training his puppy to retrieve beer for him.
Oh, yeah.
It's going well.
Wait, how do you train a puppy to carry a beer without breaking it?
He's a big enough puppy that it fits in his mouth, and he just holds it. I think he's a retriever. You know about retrievers, right?
Oh, right.
They have like
those
soft mouths.
Yeah.
That's why they retrieve like ducks when you kill them or whatever you're hunting because they don't.
Their like lips
puncture
cover
it.
their teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has trained his puppy when he says, "Get me a beer," to go downstairs to the fridge. The beer fridge. It's like a mini fridge he has down there. He's tied like a rope or something to the handle. So his dog pulls the handle and then goes in the fridge and grabs a beer and brings it to him. So
That's so cool.
And he said they're working on it. It's still a work in progress, but he's finally getting to the point where he gets it. Sometimes he drops the can, but he's getting better at it. So the other day he was talking to his wife or girlfriend, I'm not sure, and she was like, "Oh, send me that video so I could send it to my coworker."
Yeah.
And so they were playing the video with the sound up. And so in the video, he's saying, get me a beer. Go get me a beer.
Yeah.
And
As
the
they're
next thing
watching
they
it.
know, as they're watching it, he hears something drop on the floor and he looks down while watching the video, just hearing the command from the video.
Yeah.
The dog walked down into the basement, retrieved him a beer, brought it back up, and dropped it at his feet.
God, do I wish my dog could do anything like that. He'll never will.
Bo never would. The
He
thing is,
never could.
Bo could be trained to do it, but Bo then would only do it when he wanted to.
Yeah.
Like, that's how he
He's
is.
just not that kind of dog
easily
that-
trainable. He's just obstinate.
Yeah. He's
But-
not really trainable, actually.
I
He's not
think
obedient.
he is. He's not obedient. He's trainable.
Yeah, sure. Right.
He's not obedient. There are two different skill sets. He just doesn't have the latter.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was the cutest, funniest thing. Dog just goes downstairs and gets him a beer.
Someday I want to replicate that experiment. I don't know how he figured that out.
I mean, it's a thing people have done.
It just has to take forever.
He said it started with his dog already likes to play tug of war.
Okay.
And so you start with something that's familiar to the dog. So he started with basically putting like the tug of war toy on the door. So he has that motion of tugging it. And so you start in steps. Like, this is a thing you already like to do and you're familiar with it.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is you practice grabbing things and you just do it in pieces until you put it all together.
Wow.
But yeah, it wouldn't be like easy,
The miracles of classical conditioning.
right?
It's crazy.
It's so
that
funny.
big a process that
It's
they
so
can do
cute.
that. It's cute.
anyway, that was not something on my list to talk about. Last thing I have on my list is we had watched, it's going to be a little longer. We're making up for 3 weeks.
Yeah, true.
We had watched all of the 3rd season of Queer Eye.
Yeah, we did.
Because it was like our feel-good show to end the night on for a while.
It's a pretty feel-good show.
And one of my favorite episodes, I don't know how you rate it, but there is an episode in which there are 2 sisters who have a barbecue joint. They do it all together, and they're just sweet people who love what they do and love their families and love, the people they feed, and they just didn't give themselves time to not be doing that.
They busted their asses and they were completely selfless about what they did.
Yeah.
And somehow didn't completely melt down.
Right. Well, it seemed like one of those things that was like forthcoming if something didn't give soon, Mm-hmm. But, they came in and did what they do. And in addition to that, instead of like fixing up their house or something, they did their business, which was really nice.
Made the restaurant real nice.
Uh-huh. And then...
Did we even say it's a restaurant? It's a restaurant.
Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't say that. It's a barbecue joint. It's not like a sit down. It's a stand at a window, grab your stuff, sit at a picnic table if one's available kind of place.
Yeah.
And they ended up helping them manufacture their barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
And it was available for sale. So I immediately, after watching the episode, went to their website and purchased, I think I got 2 bottles.
Yeah, I think so.
And obviously there's going to be a wait because everyone who watched the show was buying it.
The entirety of their Netflix audience was on their site going, should I?
Yeah. But it came about a month later, which is a pretty good turnaround for that. So we now have it. It's at my other house. I just have to bring it over, and I'm excited to try it.
So the takeaway here, we have sauce.
We have barbecue. To add to the already 10 bottles of sauce we have in the fridge.
We did the most glorious spring cleaning of that fridge.
Oh, it was great.
Oh, my God. Afterwards, it was like, it went from being a full fridge to a half full fridge.
Yeah.
It was awesome. We cleaned all the shelves. We threw away condiments that expired in 2017 or 18.
14, I think, was the oldest.
No, that can't be.
Yes. There was one from 2014.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Uh-huh. Not joking.
That wasn't the really old Thousand Island, was it?
I think it was.
Oh! Well, you know what happened is that sat on the bottom shelf.
You forgot it was there.
Yeah, it just sat on the bottom shelf and was never desired for like years.
Yeah, until you wanted some.
Yeah.
And then you just bought a new bottle because you didn't know it was there.
Mercifully, I bought more bottles.
Yeah.
What if I'd have gone, I think I got some Thousand Island in the fridge.
Ugh. Poisoned everybody.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I have a bone to pick.
Okay.
Not with you or anyone in particular.
All right. Let's hear. This is Christy's gripe corner. Let's get it going.
So, my mom has been getting like dairy-free or lactose-free yogurt because it exists, and so she'll grab a couple because she knows I can't eat the regular stuff. Yeah. So there's one kind. It's made with almond milk.
Yeah.
It's like, it's never going to be the same texture. It's a little more watery, but it's close enough.
I just can't imagine almond yogurt.
It doesn't taste like almond. It tastes like whatever they flavor it with. Okay. Like blueberry or whatever.
Okay.
So I brought one for lunch today, and I am on my 10-minute break. I like to eat little snacks on my 10-minute breaks to keep me full throughout the day. Mm-hmm. I open up my yogurt. There's a goddamn spot of mold.
No.
On the inside of the lid.
No.
And I checked the date just to be like, maybe my mom bought a close dated one. Didn't realize it. The date is April 30th, 2019.
No shit.
So it is far before its expiration, and there's fucking mold on it. I had to throw it away.
I'm trying to figure out how that happens. Like,
I think maybe the lid wasn't sealed as good as it should have been. I mean,
or early enough.
When you opened it, it was like in the middle of the lid. It wasn't even by an edge where you think the seal could be bad. But whatever happened, there was mold in it. And I was disappointed because I wanted that yogurt. And I was sad. I was just
the Christy
sad.
Davenport story.
And I think I like made a face, and my coworker's like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "This isn't expired and it's moldy." And I showed them and they're like, "Oh," and I'm like, "I have to throw it away."
Yeah.
And I want to be a monster and just eat it anyways, but people are watching, so I have to throw it away.
Yeah, right. No, yeah, no. What?
Like I wanted to like,
But if you were alone,
I would have stirred it up and seen if there was mold in it. And if
Okay.
there wasn't, I would have like tasted it and seen if it tasted okay.
did
And
anyone
then,
else see the mold?
yeah, it was on the lid. I showed my coworker.
Oh, yeah. Well, at that point, it was way too late.
I mean, the way our breaks are scheduled, like 10 people go on break together, or fewer than 10, but still, you're all in the same break room. They see everything you're doing. I couldn't get away with eating
everyone
moldy
sees
yogurt.
each other's moldy yogurt.
I'm a monster. I'm not okay with doing it in front of people, but I'm okay with announcing my intentions on this podcast.
Yeah, because at least then it
That's
can't be
all right.
confirmed you did it.
I can't see the looks of judgment on your faces, people. That's the important part. I wouldn't have eaten it if it were moldy on the inside.
Someone seems a little defensive about this.
I am. But I really wanted that yogurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not even that great. I just wanted my snacky. You know what I think it's time for?
Anything else? Literally anything.
It's time for that game.
Oh, that game?
That game that's sweeping the nation.
I suppose you're talking about Trues and Fnews.
Yes, I am.
You mean to tell me why you wouldn't happen to mean
It's time for Trues and
happen to me.
Flues.
Time to play Trues and Fnews. Everyone's playing a famous game, the game that's taken the internet by storm.
It's time for Trues and Flues.
A Merv Griffin production.
Alrighty, it's time for Trues and Fnews.
Trues and Fnews is a little game that we came up with where I give you two false headlines or Fnews and one true headline, Trues, and you have to tell me which is the Trues.
Yes. And which is the Fnews, ideally.
And which is the Fnews. I mean, if you tell me one, then you know the other.
Yes.
You ready?
I think so. Gosh, we haven't done this in
Strapped
like
in?
3 weeks.
You buckled down? You're holding on to your butt?
I have a cursory grip on my butt.
Hey, I see your hands. You're not gripping your butt at
Don't
all.
tell them that.
I'm sorry. He is gripping his butt
Gently.
gently.
Just ever so gently.
Ugh. That's like, that makes it weirder. I feel like if it was a firmer grip, it would be less
you
strange.
too. Huh? Your
Well, it
butt.
sounds like you're caressing your butt.
I am.
Okay, you do you. Let your freak flag fly over there. Touch your own butt while I tell you these headlines.
All right, let's hear them.
Priceless artifact discovered by Smithsonian Natural History Museum scientists in their own lost and found.
Wait. Okay, I know normally we wait until the end, but you got to say that again.
Priceless artifact discovered by Smithsonian Natural History Museum scientists in their own lost and found.
Okay.
Second headline.
All right.
Man who accidentally stole car 21 years ago searching for vehicle's owner.
Okay.
And lastly, Chandler, Arizona police bust drug smuggling ring when smuggler brings lost child to police station.
I swear, I'm having like deja vu right now hard.
We have not done these.
You have not done all 3 of these before?
No. These are the ones I was going to do last week. We didn't get that far.
Damn, okay. I don't know what just happened. I just got hit with a wave of it.
I know the feeling.
Okay, let's hear them again.
All right. All right. Priceless artifact discovered by Smithsonian Natural History Museum scientists in their own lost and found.
Okay.
Man who accidentally stole car 21 years ago searching for vehicle's owner.
Okay.
Chandler, Arizona police bust drug smuggling ring when smuggler brings lost child to police station.
That's pretty nice. I'd like to think that's what happened. I'd like to think that one's
Heart
real.
was in the right place,
Yeah.
but his drugs were not.
No, his drugs were, on a truck to
In the wrong
Washington
place.
State. This is tricky. I don't know why I feel like I've heard these before. It's freaking me out a little bit.
Sorry. I apologize for your deja vu, but these are all new.
Okay. My gut is, oh no.
Oh no, his gut changed its mind.
My gut is changing its mind.
Has a brain, and it changed its mind.
My gut has a brain, and that brain is a waffling.
It's a waffling.
It's a waffling.
I just pictured a brain shaped like a waffle.
Me too. I just pictured a brain-shaped waffle.
We're doing a lot of picturing.
Yeah.
Let's get to the guessing.
I am going to guess. I'm going to kick myself, but I think that the artifact was found in the Lost and Found. I think that's real. Final
it is
answer.
Not.
No shit.
It is not real.
It isn't?
I gotcha.
You did. You done duped me.
I done duped you good.
Okay, second guess then, as is tradition. Is it the second one?
Yeah.
Ah.
A man who accidentally stole a car 21 years ago, searching for vehicle's owner.
That's. I'm very curious
Now,
as to how he accidentally stole a vehicle.
This needs context,
Yeah.
because the way I was thinking it in my head was like, he stole the car and still had it 21 years later,
that's
and
what I
then
thought.
felt bad and was like, I guess I should return it.
Yeah.
That's not what happened.
Okay.
Let me pull up the article again, because it's been a while.
Dead air.
Sorry.
Comma. Dead.
Baby, just
air.
vamp.
What do I get to talk about by myself?
All kinds of things.
I'm terrible at this. I did this to
All
me
right,
once on the Dudecast. Okay.
Hold it up. I don't know what that sound was. Turned into a bird.
All right.
All
Let's hear
right,
it.
so the gist of what happened is that he was at work and he didn't have a car,
Okay.
but he wanted to go get some food. And his coworker was like, yeah, well, while you're out, get me something. You could take my car.
Okay.
So he goes into the parking lot and he goes to open the car and it's not opening. And so he fiddles with it. Actually, the door was unlocked. So he gets in. He goes to start it and it's not starting.
Okay.
It's being fiddly, but he finally gets it.
Okay.
Then he, I think it might have been a police officer who helped him get it. At some point in the story, a police officer helped him start the car and open it. So
Okay.
he goes where he was going. He gets the food. He has the same issues on the way back. Comes back, parks the car. And notices his coworker's car is still there. Let me read the details on this. 'Cause It's been a while. And also the car is a 1990 Ford Taurus.
The Ford
Which was a
Taurus.
very popular car at the time. Lots of Ford Tauruses out there at the
Yeah.
time. So at some point, there's a police officer. He's having a hard time getting into the car, and the officer takes the keys from him, and on his second try, unlocks it.
Okay.
He says it's all in the wrist. He also told him, sometimes I have one of these at home. Sometimes the keys are a little wonky. You just have to know how to do it.
Okay.
So then he had trouble starting it. He comes back. He hands his coworker her Slurpee. He apologized, telling her he hoped he didn't break her car, that he had so much trouble with it.
Yeah.
She said she never had any problems with the key, but she was sure it was fine. Later that night, after his coworker who let him borrow her car had left, he noticed her car is still in the parking lot. So he panicked and racked with guilt. He was like, oh man, I must have damaged it. And she had to get another ride home. So he felt really bad. And then the next day, she walked in and he starts apologizing and saying, I'm sorry, I broke your car and you left it here last night. She's like, I didn't leave the car.
Yeah.
That's when he realized, And she realized at the same time, while he was gone, someone had reported their Ford Taurus stolen.
Oh my God.
So the other side of this story is that someone reports their car stolen because not in the parking lot.
Yeah.
They want to fill out a report, but they don't remember the license plate number.
Okay.
So they are going to go home and check on the license plate number and then report it. Well,
And then
when
the
they
car just shows back
when
up.
they report it, the next day the police go to check it out and the car is there. So
Wow.
to everyone around this person, she or he must sound crazy.
Yeah,
Because they're
right.
like, my car was taken. It's not where I left it. And then they go back and it's there. And she must have been thinking like, did I make it up? Like, what
Yeah.
just happened?
And what car thief takes the car back to where they found it?
Right. So he felt really bad because at the time he was like freaked out that he accidentally took the car. He didn't want to get in trouble and he didn't know what to do. So he didn't like try to reach out to the person to explain what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But now that it's 21 years later and there's not really going to be repercussions, he's hoping he can get in contact with the person and just be like, hey, like, just so you know, for peace of mind, you are not crazy. I did steal your car and bring it back. I didn't realize I'd done it. But apparently that was a flaw with that car, is that you could operate other Ford Tauruses with the same key.
From what I understand, this
a
is
lot
still
of
a
different
problem.
cars. Really?
Yeah, it's still a problem, but it's less a problem with like keyless entry because there's
Yeah.
only so many like physical positions you can stack these, like the keys for the tumblers in the door, right?
Yeah.
With keyless entry, it's different because you have like
But
a
I mean, to
unique
start the
identifier.
car too.
Yeah, but that's the thing is if they're keyed in
same
such a way that
way.
you can get into the door.
Then the ignition has to
Yeah.
work the same way.
Right.
Yeah, so I think it's less of a problem now than it was. I think they're better at it now. But at the time, that was apparently a problem.
Yeah.
And it might be fiddly, but you could get it to work.
Well, also, especially if the car you're making happens to be way outselling expectations, right? You've already sort of like designed it a certain way, so you're getting
Right.
duplicates in a lot of places.
You weren't expecting to have so many of them.
That's something else. Well, you got me.
Accidentally stole a car.
You swear you didn't read these to me before.
Never read these to you.
I'm out of my mind of this. I don't know what that is.
Sometimes you just have deja vu.
I guess so. Huh.
Maybe you read them in a dream.
Yeah, maybe. Probably not. But anyway, yep, you got me. It's a successful stumping.
I done stumped you.
You done stumped me good.
Pretty excited. Because you'd been going pretty good at not getting stumped.
Yeah, I was doing all right for a minute there. I think my record's back down to like middling.
Middling.
Probably worse.
You ready for, speaking of middling, look at that. Ready for a middle segment?
Yeah, what do you got here? What you got?
So this is something I almost used for the news quiz, but decided not to.
Okay.
It is an article called Fossil Found of Ancient Four-Legged Whale That Could Walk on Land. Or the headline of BBC News is Fossil of Ancient Four-Legged Whale Found in Peru. Now this
Wow.
beast apparently has like hooves, but it could swim. So it could walk on land and also
This is
swim.
horrifying.
Yeah. Let me just read this. The fossil of a 43-million-year-old whale with 4 legs, webbed feet, and hooves has been discovered in Peru. I'm assuming like the back feet are webbed and the front feet are hooved. You can't have both on each foot.
Yeah, probably not.
Paleontologists believe the marine mammal's 4-meter long, which is 13 feet, body was adapted to swim and walk on land. With 4 limbs capable of carrying its weight and a powerful tail, the semi-aquatic whale has been compared to an otter or a beaver, like a real big one, because it's
Wow.
13 feet long.
That's crazy.
Researchers believe the discovery could shed light on the evolution of the whale and how it spread. This is the most complete specimen ever found for a 4-legged whale outside of India and Pakistan. Dr. Olivier Lambert, a scientist...
Hold on.
Huh?
This is just the newest four-legged whale?
Well, the most complete specimen.
But they knew there were four-legged whales before?
Sounds like.
How come no one told me?
Well, it's one of those things like they knew evolution had happened, but they don't know exactly.
This is blowing my mind.
You're missing. It's like that missing link kind of situation.
Okay.
Like, it probably happened. Maybe they had partial fossils, but nothing that really specifically showed the webbed feet and the hooves or something.
Okay.
Let me continue.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, so the most complete specimen ever found for a four-legged whale outside of India and Pakistan, Dr. Olivier Lambert, a scientist at the Royal Belgian Institute of National Sciences and co-author of the study, said. It was found in marine sediments 1 kilometer, 0.6 miles, inland from Peru's Pacific coast at Playa Media Luna. The location has piqued researchers' interest as the first whales are thought to have first evolved in South Asia around 50 million years ago. As their bodies became better suited to water, they migrated further afield to North Africa and North America, where fossils have been found. The latest discoveries suggest early whales managed to swim there from South America. Whales are this iconic example of evolution. Travis Park, an ancient whale researcher at the Natural History Museum in London, said, "They went from small hoofed mammals to the blue whale we have today. It's so interesting to see how they conquered the oceans." An international team of paleontologists from Peru, France, Italy, the Netherlands, and Belgium excavated the fossil in 2011. They have named it Paragosidus pacificus, meaning the traveling whale that reached the Pacific.
This is a whole category of animals I didn't know existed. So they came from the land and went into the ocean.
So obviously
like
this is like a middle, this is like a middle evolution point where it's like half hooved, half webbed feet. So it was like testing the water. It was like, so to speak, like, can I survive down there?
Yeah.
And then eventually when it was, successful, slowly over time just evolutionized into the whale. Because it could.
You always hear about stuff coming out of the ocean and turning into other things.
Right.
But you never think of anything going back.
Fish walking onto land and becoming man.
Yeah, like halfway, fish coming out of the ocean and then going like, shit, no, never mind. And then going back, that doesn't, there's no other stories like that.
Well, some beings came out of the water and were like, nah, shit, I can make it work on land. And then other beings were like, this land thing isn't working. And so they went into the water. It's like, the grass is always greener, except the water/grass is bluer or greener.
Wow.
Depending on where you're looking from.
That made sense.
It's a very complete metaphor.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It's not the most concise, but it is the most complete.
Who cares about concise? Certainly not me.
So the giant hooved web-footed whale was a thing. And boy, aren't you jelly you never got to see one.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be in a museum.
Like picturing a 13-foot whale walking into this room. Like, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, it would be weird for it to walk into this room.
Well, just...
can it even do stairs?
I don't... Who knows? Who can even guess? I mean, the hoof part can. Hopefully those parts are on the back. That'll help him.
No, I think the hoof parts are probably on the front.
Well, then he'd have to crawl up on his front legs.
Yeah.
That's going to be hard to do. Anyway.
So that is that.
That's interesting. I always like this. It's more like sort of like a cryptozoology type stuff that we always find interesting, right? These like weird
except
creatures.
It's real. Isn't it exciting when it sounds like it's cryptozoology, but it's real life?
But it's an actual thing.
It's an actual thing.
Oh, it's exciting. We didn't even talk, and I don't want to very long about it, but we didn't even talk about the hugest thing that happened the last week, which is the photo. The first photo ever taken of a black hole happened.
Oh, yeah.
Which, we're like a research podcast. We should have probably talked a little bit about it at least.
There were so many things to catch up on.
That's true. But this is like the first ever photo is kind of a big deal. And my favorite part of the whole thing was the press conference where they've got people are gathered to talk about this gigantic human accomplishment that took like coordination across the entire planet. So much data they couldn't even pump it through the internet. They had to fly it on planes because that was faster.
Wow.
That's how they had to put hard disks on planes because that was faster. That's all this crazy stuff. And there's a guy up front. I swear to God, like one of the first questions, as a non-scientist, it's just, it's kind of blurry. And it's like,
fuck you,
fucking idiot.
Do you know all the things that have happened?
This is the first one ever, you idiot.
I would just be like, yes, you are a non-scientist. Sit the fuck down.
I mean, like, he's not wrong that it appears blurry, but that's not the time.
But also, like, do you know how far away that is? And how hard it is to take a photograph of something that is the absence of matter?
Yeah.
Like, the fuck do you want, dude?
It's like, I don't know, it's like the Dude Perfect guys drop a basketball off a dam and it lands in the basket and everyone loses their minds. This guy can't get around why it's blurry.
Right.
That there's a black hole a bajillion light years away that we happen to glimpse through sheer magic.
Because as far as he's concerned, it's a picture. And we have the technology to take clear pictures on our iPhones. So,
like, why don't you guys try a better camera?
Did you try autofocus?
Dude, you didn't tap the thing, did you? You gotta tap the thing.
You gotta tap it.
Yeah, you gotta tap the thing you're trying to take.
Did you have the flash on? That might have helped. It's really dark out there.
I swear to God, that guy I'm sitting there going like, you idiot.
I bet all the like reporters who are like scientific reporters are sitting there going like, the fuck, who let you in here?
The thing is, like, I don't know how we got.
Why are you here? As a non-scientist, why were you there? He's like from Sports Illustrated.
Yeah,
like, we just had a slow day.
Yeah, he's just like, they had to send the guy from the wrong department because the other guy was sick.
He's from GQ. I don't know why that's better.
I don't know.
It's better.
It does work. Anyway. That's a big thing that happened for all of humanity, and now we've talked about it.
Yeah, I think my favorite meme that came about from it was a picture. Was it the game Mass Effect?
Yeah,
from the game Mass Effect, and the real thing next to it, and just at the bottom it says Mass Effect got it right.
My favorite meme was the people that put the goatsee's hands on either side of it.
Oh yeah.
And the only caption was, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, that should be the caption.
This is what we do as humans. We do this extraordinarily complicated thing that takes a decade plus to do,
and then we
turn it into a butt joke.
Yep. Sounds right. Sorry, I'm yawning. Are you disappointed in my yawning?
No, I'm fine. Let's take a break.
All right.
And when we come back, we will talk about the main subject for this episode. How's that sound to you?
All right.
All right. Stick around. And we are back.
And we're back.
We are back.
We're back.
Episode 72.
That is the number of this episode.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it does feel weird to have not done this for 3 weeks.
Yes.
It's kind of too long.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you gotta kind of shake the rust off a little bit.
It couldn't be helped, but
yeah.
It's all right.
All right. Well, anyway, let's just move right into it. Okay. So the subject I want to talk about is a particular mad scientist that I'm really excited about. This is something that I think was pretty well popularized when it all started to go down in like 2016.
Wait, this is that recent?
Yes.
Oh, I thought this was like really long time ago, possibly Nazi stuff.
No. So, okay. So what is started
possibly
out,
Nazis?
Possibly Nazis? What I started out by saying is that the mad scientist is a very old trope. It's a very familiar trope. It has its roots in Dr. Frankenstein, right? But basically,
Frankenstein.
My mistake. But it plays itself out a lot, in like real life. The idea of the mad scientist, and I think anytime that someone's scientific, pursuits outpace what people are prepared for.
Yeah.
Or people's sensibilities, the mad scientist thing is like the first thing that comes to mind, right?
Yeah.
And it kind of happened. It happened when they were cloning sheep. Remember, everyone started freaking out.
Yeah.
Or when we started doing gene editing, the CRISPR stuff that freaked people out.
Even with like Monsanto and stuff, which is that we've been doing that stuff for ages. We just do it more scientifically now.
Right.
But yeah, and anytime the general public finds out about scientific advancements that are happening, it's scary. It can be scary.
Yeah.
Understandably.
But what I'm talking about today is a modern iteration of a very old mad scientist trope or idea, which is the idea of swapping people's heads.
That's a movie, right?
A movie?
Isn't Reanimator about that?
Reanimator, yeah, it had to do, he stitched together, he had that serum that he used to bring dead people back. And there was that guy whose head was off his body.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Right. But like the idea of like putting bodies on different heads, it's like part of the, putting the brain in Frankenstein's monster and all that stuff. Like it's an old idea of science gone too far.
Yeah, it's like the campy idea because it's outlandish,
right.
So it's used as a trope for a reason.
Which is what makes this story to me so interesting. Is it's a thing that on the face of it, all of us go, yeah, but that's crazy. That would never happen.
Yeah.
I am going to be talking about a guy named Dr. Sergio Canavero, who gained a bunch of attention in 2016 for talking about this again.
Okay, Sergio
Canavero, Canavero, who is a 55-year-old Italian neurosurgeon, right? Mm-hmm. He enrolled in medical school at the University of Turin.
And at the University of Evil Genius.
Yeah, he was in the Evil Genius frat, but, he wasn't that involved. There were other guys way more involved than he was.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
naturally.
He trained and then practiced neurosurgery for like a full 22 years. So he's like an established dude. That's one of the things I think is most interesting about him is he's a guy with a long record and well known among sort of like Italian neuroscientists, I guess. Right?
Yeah,
neurosurgeons.
He's not like some kook off the street.
Right.
He's a kook from the operating room.
He's like
I don't know that he's a kook.
He's a weird guy.
I take it back. I know he's a kook.
So one of the sort of like profile pieces written on him around the time that he started becoming an international sensation was an article at nationalpost.com. Author Sharon Kirkley wrote that he didn't own a car, had written a book on seduction, which the name of the book translates into English as Women Discoveries, which I thought was funny.
All right.
He feels a deep personal connection to Peter Parker, which is just kind of quirky, I guess.
But not Spider-Man, just Peter
Parker. Yes.
No, wait, literally?
Yes.
I was joking.
This is what I mean. It's quirky. Like, he's just kind of an interesting guy. Like
he's like, fuck the superpowers.
I just like that he's like a well-known neurosurgeon who also wrote the book on seduction. I just think that's funny.
Well, when I think of people who are good at seducing women, I think Italian neurosurgeons.
Or at least Italian.
Italian is right.
That's a good start. That's a running leap.
Yes. Neurosurgeons takes you a couple steps back, but
I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
You got that neurosurgeon money though.
So sometime in 2013, he starts catching more people's attention outside of his more straightforward pursuits, right? He publishes in Surgical Neurology International an article entitled "Heaven: the HEad Anastomosis VENture project outline for the first human head transplantation with spinal linkage, or Gemini.
That's a lot of words.
Yes, it is. Basically, he's talking about what he calls heaven, the HEad Anastomosis VENture, which is it's what we're talking about. It's about placing a human head on a different body and animating the both of them, right? Mm-hmm. In his abstract, he says it is an outline for the first total cephalic exchange in man, or an outline is provided, and spinal reconnection is described. This is all intended for human procedure, right? And he spends basically the next 2 years pushing this idea in like public, like media-oriented ways.
Okay, but how do you can't study it. Right. I mean, in animals, but no one is ever going to let you take the next step to humans.
Well, hold your horses.
Wait, did they let them do it to humans?
Hold your horses. This is a story.
My horses are unbridled.
This is a story. We can't just go straight to this will never happen, I'll tell you that. So he spends the next 2 years
now
pushing
I'm
this
gripping
idea.
my buttocks.
He has a well-known TED Talk, by the way. Like a popular TED Talk, which TED has kind of like flagged as it not meeting their criteria.
Okay.
But it's still available to watch.
We're walking back on this a little bit. This is a Teddy Talk and not a TED Talk.
Yeah, right. This is a little Teddy Talk.
A little Teddy Talk.
He basically as a result of going around, on this big sort of media tour and popularizing this idea and attracting more controversy and not necessarily really thoroughly explaining himself, he is, after his contract expires at the university hospital in Turin, he accepts a new position of honorary professor at Harbin Medical University in China.
Honorary professor?
Honorary professor. It's
not like an honored professor. Like, you're not actually a professor. You're just honorary.
No, he's been made a professor sort of in name, even though he's not teaching, is the idea.
How do I sign up for that job?
Well, be as over the top as this guy is a good start.
Done.
So yeah, people are shocked at this. I am shocked at this. He claims, and this is again in like 2016, or no, it starts in 2015. He's claiming to be very close to being able to do this using substances that I didn't write down what he calls them, but they're sort of like essentially like a spinal glue. They're designed to allow nerves to attach from like the head to the body and to like facilitate nerve regeneration, right?
Now, I just want to touch on something. So he was claiming to be close to pulling off a head transplant. Sorry.
Or putting one on.
I mean, he was putting us all on that he was pulling off a head transplant.
Yes. So here's the thing. He's not only is he claiming to be close to completing this, he has a willing head donor.
Okay.
He has or I said, it's weird. What do you say, head donor or body recipient? What do you say? I mean, you're really more of a body recipient, right? Because the you is in your head.
Right. Well, it depends. It depends on your feelings about that.
Sure.
If you're a spiritual person, a lot of people really do feel like the soul is in like maybe your heart area.
Yeah.
If you're not a religious or spiritual person like ourselves, we think that the consciousness is you and that's in the mind and in the brain. So.
I find it hard not to think that if your head got removed and you had no body, that what remained wouldn't be you. Like, if you could keep just your head alive, that would definitely be me.
Yeah. Like in Reanimator.
Yeah, right, exactly. In that movie, weirdly, he can pilot his body around despite his head and his neck not being connected.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
Because that's like hocus pocus stuff.
Yeah. Man, I haven't watched that movie in years.
Yeah.
Don't look at the time. Just keep going.
He basically, he has someone willing to receive another body, right?
It's a small question. Why?
Well, there's a good reason.
I mean, are they like
There's really good reasons.
paralyzed?
This guy's name is Valery Spiridonov. He is a Russian computer programmer, and he suffers from a terminal body degenerative disorder.
Okay.
Which it will eventually kill him, and it's rendered him like unable to use his body for the most part.
Did they mention what it was?
The name was not mentioned in the article that I read, but I'm certain that it's out there. I'm certain you could find out. So again, this all broke.
But okay.
You keep pumping the brakes here.
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking, like, so sure, he's okay with having his head put on another body, but who's given a body for this?
Right.
There's two parts to this.
That's true. Well,
And the physically bigger part is missing so far.
That's right. And what you would have to wait for, essentially, is someone...
Organ donor.
An organ donor.
Fresh organ donor.
Someone who... I mean, I don't know how you acquire an entire body, considering that the organs from one body can save so many people. How could anyone acquire a whole body?
You can't justify that.
Right.
And also, like... a lot of times, if someone is an organ donor, even if they die... like in like a car accident or something, maybe some of their body wouldn't be usable, but other parts are.
Yeah.
So you can still save a lot of people, help a lot of people, even if their body isn't intact. But like, how many times does a healthy person with a healthy body die in a way that keeps their body intact?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
if that happens, if they're physically, their body looks okay, usually it's like natural causes.
Yeah. Well, the big thing would be like major spinal trauma.
Yeah.
Major
spinal trauma.
Major spinal trauma. That'll be the big thing. It's like a relatively forceful, clean break in the spine.
Yeah, that's like asking for a lot of very specific
It is.
criteria.
It is. So again, this is 2015, right? This is my favorite diversion in the story so far. Dr. Canavero, as far as most of the entire world knows, comes out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
People are incredulous. Most of the world has never heard of this guy. Pops up out of nowhere talking some mad science, right? Then some people on NeoGAF, which is a gaming forum, an exclusive gaming forum, notice something interesting. He looks astonishingly like a man pictured in the recent trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
Oh, no.
I had to print this out to show you.
Okay, but this is okay.
It is unbelievable. The picture on the top is Dr. Canavero.
Oh,
The
wow.
picture on the bottom is a character in a video game trailer. Very similar, right?
Yes.
The men look almost identical.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to
maybe we should try to post a picture of this in the group
Yeah, we can.
so people can see what we're talking about.
On the group?
Facebook group.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
Because yes, very similar cheekbones and kind of hollow cheeks and
Yes.
same shaped glasses, similar noses, bald heads, even same facial hair.
It's amazing.
And they're wearing a similar color shirt in this picture.
It just so happens.
The one's a polo and one's a dress shirt.
Now, here's the other thing. Not only is the likeness really incredible, the fact that Canavero's published works always include writing or frequently include writings on phantom pain seems more than coincidental. The game is called The Phantom Pain. He's a neuroscientist and he deals with phantom pain, right? To make things more interesting,
Man, the Phantom Pain is just like a really cool name.
it is a cool name. That's Metal Gear benefited from that. Big
No,
time.
I mean, like, if your name as a person was Phantom Pain, that would be sweet. Like, your last name would probably be spelled like Payne, but still.
Man, that's pretty
Sorry.
sweet.
This is why I'm not having kids. Don't trust me to name one.
Okay, so we already described the likeness. The Phantom Pain thing is there.
Yeah.
Also, remember the name of his program? Heaven? Outer Heaven is a concept in Metal Gear Solid. It's sort of Big Boss's like mercenary paradise.
Yeah.
Which is referred to as Outer Heaven. So there's another thing that lead people to be like, well, that sounds like a Metal Gear reference. These games' mythologies are really ridiculous, so I'm not sure if I nailed that one.
Is this guerrilla marketing?
That is precisely what the internet is talking about at this point, right? Is people, I mean, there's more reasons. There's more reasons. Another reason is that Kojima told the world that his next project would deal with a taboo that if he failed to do his job well might force him to bow out of the industry, but that he had a partner to help him pull it off.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like all the check marks are there. Like this is a media stunt. This is a crazy media stunt, right?
I'm like taking notes on this.
I know. I remember this is when I first heard of this guy. Was like, is this possibly a media stunt for Metal Gear? Which to me, if that was the case at the time, I was like, that is so incredibly cool. That's brilliant.
And at this point, it seems like too coincidental if it's not. Like,
yes, it's like downright likely when you start to add it all up. The thing is, they're wrong.
Really?
They are completely wrong.
Really?
And if you lived in Italy, you would know this because Dr. Canavero is not an unknown entity in Italy.
So this isn't like a neurosurgeon who came out of nowhere and is talking about this stuff. Like it might be new that he's talking about this stuff, but he's a known entity.
He's established. Which, so to Italians, this seemed hilarious.
They're like, guys.
Like people around the world going, he's not even real. They're like, he's pretty real.
He came into my diner for breakfast.
Right. So like but you can forgive them for thinking this.
I mean, that's a lot of very, like, I would believe that is guerrilla marketing.
Yes.
100% would believe it's guerrilla marketing.
Especially looking at that picture. It's stunning. We'll put it on the Facebook.
I mean, so when did the game come out?
That's okay. Because
did they base it on him?
You're getting ahead of me.
Sorry.
Canavero gets pissed off for that reason.
Yeah.
When he becomes aware of the fact that people think he's not real because he's pictured in a video game trailer, he gets pissed off because he thinks they actually did take his likeness, and he considers suing Kojima.
I mean, it's really close.
Now, it also happens that the actor who is used for the 3D scans in game kind of looks a bit like Canavero. He's a guy named Christos Vasilopoulos, I think. Kind of looks like him. So it could have just been a really big coincidence, but Canavero seems to think, well, I've given these speeches and these lectures out in public. They could have used cameras to get 3D images of me. They could have, like scouted my features, without my knowing.
Yeah.
But he doesn't sue. And eventually he just lets this go. And eventually so does the rest of the internet. The whole Metal Gear Solid thing dies, right? Mm-hmm. So, back to the story. He claims to be within 2 years of being able to do this. Here's the thing. There is some historical precedent for creepy head and organ related experiments, and he is not the first guy to consider doing this.
Yeah, right. There's people who cut off heads and then watch to see if they could still function for a certain amount of time. And
there's some horrific experiments that there's still available video of where they keeping hearts alive outside the body and dog heads alive on blood supply pumped from a machine and all that. Mm-hmm. He's not the first guy to do this kind of thing. He just happens to be the most recent and maybe the most charismatic of all time.
Yeah, most vocal.
Yeah. I mean, he is a really interesting guy. Mm-hmm. I watched his TED Talk.
Yeah.
He's very compelling.
Yeah. What was his TED Talk about?
Heaven, this program.
Oh, okay.
What he could achieve, what he hoped that people could achieve. And
Heaven.
also, and I talked about this a little bit later, I'll say, I'm going to jump around a little bit here.
Okay.
Like I said, I watched the TED Talk. He sells his ideas like a salesman. That's a thing that's interesting about him to me. On a TED stage, he visually illustrates the difference between the spine after a spinal cord injury and the spine after his procedure. Mm-hmm. He uses he uses a banana on stage. He picks up a banana and he says, "This is a banana after my surgery," and he cuts it cleanly.
And this is a banana on drugs.
Something like that, because he cuts a banana cleanly with a knife, and he says, "This is a banana after our surgery." And he picks up another banana, and he says, "This is the banana or the spine after traumatic spinal injury," and he just smushes it in his bare
This
hands.
is a banana after its spine is injured.
What he does, he smushes it in his hands and just drops banana goo on the TED stage. That's what I mean is, like, the dude is acting like a salesman, right?
Yeah, I get that.
I think, I wrote, this guy is good, but still, he's kind of a bullshitter.
Yeah.
It seems like...
Well, it seems like a lot of talk, but no real proof.
Nothing.
And it would be difficult. Again, it's not feasible to do an experiment like this. You could maybe do it on smaller animals, but who knows if that translates?
Yes.
Because their like spines might not be big enough, like their nerves might be too small to do something like this on,
right.
Or like there's any number of factors that make it not translate.
Well, yes. You would have to, certainly the way that we do all this stuff is like we start, if we're going to do something this huge, we don't start on a person.
Yeah, right.
Which I'll come back to.
Right.
Last thing I want to say about his personality, though, is that he describes the people who, in his words, blasted his project as though they wanted to take him down. And it's that language of like me versus the world that makes me mistrust him a lot.
Little bit narcissistic.
Very much narcissistic, very much ego. And he uses the words of Gandhi to describe himself and his work by saying, it's a Gandhi quote, "First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win." That's how he sees himself.
I mean, I get that.
Sure.
But it is weird to say it about yourself.
It's weird to appear at a TED Talk where you're there to illustrate like a concept. It's not really about you, is it? Or is it?
No, but, and here's the thing, like, I understand TED distancing themselves from this because usually TED Talks are from some kind of personal experience or factual observation or like experiment, or it's something that is actually proven, or it's like anecdotal.
Yeah.
This is a thing that happened to me. And his is neither. His is a theory. It's an idea, but he can't back it up yet.
His is a theory without the required evidence to make it really compelling to anybody.
Yeah.
And then also complaining that people don't take him seriously.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Put your banana where your mouth is all I'm saying.
He did that with neither of those bananas. Didn't eat a
That's
single
a
one.
horrific waste of bananas. Which is also what I said after I saw the Blue Man Group.
All right.
They use banana goo.
Do they?
Yes. They have like a little chess piece, and it's supposed to be Twinkies, but they shoot it
of
out the chess piece all over the audience. I got gooed. And it's definitely banana goo.
Did you see them in Youngstown?
No, I saw them in Chicago.
I saw them in Youngstown. It was like a couple of years ago.
Fun fact, my friend Hillary of Hillary's Cookies fame,
Yeah.
delicious cookies in the Chicago area. Find them at your local Whole Foods.
Oh my God.
We are not being paid by her. I just love her and miss the cookies.
Yeah.
She used to make cookies for their theater
Okay.
because they would have like kids groups come in all the time, so you could get a giant crazy cookie. And the bathroom music, you didn't go see it in Chicago, right? If you go in the bathrooms at their theater, and I can't remember what it's called, what their theater's called, but you go in the bathrooms, and if you listen, so there's bathroom music being piped in, and if you listen, the bathroom music is bathroom, bathroom, bathroom.
That's really uncomfortable.
Over and over, and it's really funny.
That's really uncomfortable.
It's
I don't want to hear that in the
strange.
bathroom.
It's just like people singing the word bathroom.
I just feel too acknowledged. I don't like it. It doesn't feel like
I liked it.
It no longer feels like a private experience to me at that point.
It was weird, but I liked it. I thought it was an honest narration.
It's true. It's representative of what's happening.
Anyways, we have gotten far off topic. I'm sorry.
So, back to the project at hand. Since he took the position at Harbin University in China, he is now working with a surgeon named Xiaoping Ren, right? In 2016, he announces he and his team have transplanted the head of a monkey. He announces, or he calls it a success, but the details are a little sketchy. The monkey was kept alive for 20 hours, which doesn't seem like much of a success, right?
Yeah.
The spinal cord is not rejoined, and the monkey is unconscious.
Okay.
So
It's not checking off any of the boxes.
it's basically useless science. When people look at the details of it, what they say is what he did had not been done before technically, because what he did is use the head of one monkey to put it on the body of a second monkey while keeping it alive with the blood supply of a third monkey. So
That's a horrific waste of monkeys.
it truly is. It's a lot of monkeys to die for what is not ultimately. I mean, sure, you could argue this is on the stepping stones to something big.
Yeah, but like if you translate this to how it would work for a human, you would need the blood of one human, the body of another human, and the head of yet another human.
Yeah.
That's like a lot.
It's
and
a lot.
presumably it's for one person. It's
Yes.
for the person who body no good, brain still good.
Yes.
So you're asking two other people to sacrifice their bodies, and granted, it won't be people who are just like, take me now, I'm alive and fine, and kill me for it. It's people who are dead. But that, like you mentioned before, is organs that could be used for other people. So you're taking two bodies and using it for one person. Mm-hmm. That's greedy.
It kind of seems like it. I don't know. But then if there are also like two bodies that are just dead or dying, what's greedy?
I mean, the one you're using the blood from, if you're like harvesting, it's a weird word, all the blood from one person, you could still feasibly use their organs for other people.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
But then you got the whole half a body.
I know. You're right. It just seems wasteful and strange, and
Yeah.
it seems like too much.
It's like, just because you can doesn't mean you should, and you don't even know that you can.
Yeah. Right.
Like, what is really the point? Is it ever going to be feasible in such a way that it's not wasteful
Yeah.
and just ridiculous?
Well, here's the thing that I haven't touched on yet, and I think it's actually important. So I should like put the brakes on this and talk about this. I don't think Canavero's mission is a bad one. It's insane at this point. It's impractical. It will probably never actually happen the way he thinks it will.
Yeah.
But it's a noble goal to provide people that like do not have use of their bodies or whose bodies are actively fighting them, you know, an opportunity at a different body.
I totally get that. And there's a large number of people who could be served by that if it were feasible. People who are, you know, quadriplegic, paraplegic, people who have a degenerative
like
disease of the
Valeri.
body.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of noble reasons to consider this a valuable project.
Right.
But if the way there is like littered with like human carnage.
Yeah, and you have to think about whether it would really be feasible in such a way that would actually be helpful and doable.
It just seems like in a lot of cases we would be so much better off figuring out how to like repair the body than to swap them out.
Right. You know, when we talked about synthetic meat, it was like our first episode or something,
It
right?
was our very first episode.
Long time ago, 71 episodes ago, I guess. So the big hindrance of that is like cost effectiveness. They know they can do it. but can you do it in such a way that it actually like meets the criteria you want, it reaches the goal that you want,
Yeah.
and you can feasibly and physically do it?
It seems to me they might actually be getting better at that part.
I think they're getting closer. Obviously that's a big difference from this, but I mean that's the setback in any idea, in any new invention, especially something as big as like this sort of surgery that we're talking about, is like, even if you're able to do it, which is a huge question mark, even if you're successful at it, how costly is it going to be? Would anyone be able to afford it?
He predicted that it would cost, $100 million?
Yeah, who can afford that?
Maybe 13 million?
No one's insurance is going to cover that.
Well, if you're like a very, very wealthy Russian programmer, for example, you can afford to be the first guy to do this,
So you have to be a wealthy person
Gotta
with
be rich.
a good head and a bad body, and you have to be able to find another person with a good body.
Yeah.
And,
or, buy one.
A third person with lots of blood.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
And a scientist who can do it. And, you have to be able to actually do it.
Yeah, right.
That's a lot of factors.
This is like
This sounds
everything
like it
aligning
could
in a
only
crazy
ever
way.
possibly benefit Vasily.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, very few people.
I'm going to skip a little bit here and just say that it's worth mentioning that around the time he does some other stuff here, but skipping ahead, basically Valery Spiridonov backs out.
Okay.
This is as of April 2017.
Valery Spiridonov, also known as the only possible person this could benefit.
Yes. The one single person on planet Earth who might actually, anyway, whatever. So after April 17th, he backs out because he has a son. And that completely changes his perspective on it.
Yeah.
And
Like,
I can understand that.
My body not so good, but I have to not chop my body off so I can appreciate what I got for now.
Yeah. So that he can, he's got something to keep him around.
Yeah.
I get that.
That's a huge risk. And now he has a reason not to take it.
So here's the deal. This is where this gets more unsettling for me. And this is where it starts to, I think there's some real concern. Mm. After Valery backs off, they announced that an unnamed Chinese patient would be involved. An anonymous Chinese patient.
Okay.
This is where I start to get icked out. We have talked about China and the way that some things happen there. Mm-hmm. The way that people can go to China and just get an organ.
Yeah.
And the way that they have, imprisoned dissidents, and some of which may have been literally used to sell their organs to wealthy buyers, right?
And also, do you remember like the bodies exhibit and all the issues surrounding that?
A lot of people thought that those may have been, essentially Chinese dissidents.
Yeah.
Really unnerving stuff.
Basically, just people whose bodies were not donated to science in the proper way, used against their own, or just without permission.
Yeah.
And they couldn't really.
Yeah.
Talking about where those come from.
So just the suggestion of an unnamed Chinese patient immediately evokes this feeling in me.
Yeah.
Valery Spiridonov criticizes Cannavaro for his lack of transparency about this. In basically the one moment of media fame he has now, to get people's attention and say he's not being thoroughly honest about this, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, skip ahead. That was April of 2017. In May of 2017, Cannavaro announces a successful procedure having transplanted a rat's head onto a different rat's body.
He's gone down in size.
He's moving through the animal kingdom. He's
lost confidence, stepped back to a rat.
But here's the thing. The only real accomplishment here is removing the rat head and keeping it alive with, again, a third rat's blood, until they attached it to the second rat's body. The spines are not fused. There is no nerve regeneration. It's just a rat with 2 creepy heads. And, how's this? It dies in 6 hours.
Yeah, he's not doing what he says he's doing.
Right.
Like, he's not... So the most important part of this is not that you can keep a head alive for a while.
Yeah, that's not that surprising on some level.
It's the huge claims are the nerve regeneration and the actual successful combining of 2 disparate spinal columns.
Yes.
Like, that's the big question, and you're not proving that.
Skip ahead.
Okay.
November 2017. Canavero claims to have performed a successful head transplant.
On what?
On a person.
Oh, no.
End of 2017. The Telegraph reports that Canavero claims the procedure was a success and that nerves and blood vessels were connected between 2 different people. Right?
Yeah, but that's not the fucking goal.
Well, the goal is connecting the nerves and the blood vessels.
Oh, I guess the nerves.
Yeah, that is the goal.
Yeah. Sorry,
Are you waiting for the catch?
Yes.
Are you looking for what the catch is?
Yes.
They did it on corpses.
But that's
You can't know.
not the point.
You can't know if it worked. You can't know if the nerves connected. You can see maybe that some nerves started to twist together, but you don't know what that would be like on the human body when it's alive.
So it's like one experiment gets like half of it, and the other experiment gets the other half, but they're not doing all of it at once. He's like, this one, we're attaching the nerves, but the bodies are dead, so we don't know if it actually works.
Yeah.
This one, we're attaching the heads, and well, we're keeping the heads alive, but we're not attaching anything.
You want to know what I think is happening?
Get your shit together,
you
dude.
You want to know what I think is happening?
What?
I didn't write this anywhere else, so it's not jumping ahead. But I really think Canavero went to the one place where he could reliably count on the government to
Just
keep the
look
promise to
away.
let him do what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And he has an access to bodies that don't have the ability to sign the rights to themselves or something, right? And as a result of him being there in a relatively high profile way, I think he's been pressured to release something every now and then to show some kind of progress.
Yeah.
I think there's probably a pressure on him to demonstrate that he's doing something.
Yeah.
You know? And now he's in China, and I don't even know if you can just back out on that deal. I don't know.
And also, this is like, it's really creepy.
It is very
And
creepy.
if it progresses past corpses and animals, it's getting into some very bad areas.
Well, think about the practicalities of this, right? Let's say someone chopped off both our heads.
Okay.
Right? And now they've tried
that weird, very surgically accurate serial killer that's going around.
Yes. And now imagine that they put my head on your body and they try to align the nerves.
You're going to love my boobs.
It's going to be great. No, but like, imagine what actually happens or like what the process is. Because like you couldn't know that everything would be wired up correctly. In fact, it probably wouldn't because the body isn't neat like that. Things don't all just line up. Things twist, they're placed differently along the spinal column. Like we all have the same nerve groups. They don't necessarily all line up the right way.
It's not like taking a plug and plugging it into
they're
the
not
wall.
uniform.
It's not the same everywhere you go. People are different. There's slight variations.
Yeah.
You might hook up my eyeball moving nerves to my feet or something. Like it might not work.
Well, that's the reason why the Dr. Hunt Beyer, who is the president-elect of the American Association for Neurological Surgeons at the time, cautioned against this and said that the person that underwent this surgery might undergo something essentially worse than death.
Yeah.
And can you imagine, like, if you get this wrong, the strange sort of synesthetic things that might pump into your head from, like, parts of your body that aren't meant to talk to other parts of your body.
Yeah. And also, like, you're going from having a broken body to now having maybe a different broken body, but you'd have no idea. It's like the evil kind of thing. Like, at least you know the way in which it's broken, and maybe you can mitigate those circumstances.
Yeah.
But you don't know what you're going to get.
I just can't picture the hallucinatory hell
Even
that
if
you
it was
might
possible.
walk into.
Yeah, I mean, people have phantom limb syndrome when they lose an arm, right? Can you imagine have phantom body syndrome for like your old body?
Yeah, and the thing is, people sometimes who suffer like spinal injuries do experience those phantom pains.
Yeah,
Just without having lost the limb, because it's a similar thing.
yeah.
So anyway, yeah, moving forward here a little bit. Another communique comes from the team in June of 2018. He says the procedure is imminent.
Oh God. I can't believe I never heard of this.
I know. That's the thing, is I wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for the Metal Gear connection.
Yeah.
But this is happening like in real time. This is still going on.
Yeah, that's current.
So that was June of 2018. A little bit of radio silence. March 26th of this year, last month, another update. He publishes an article in Surgical Neurology International about spinal cord fusion as a therapy for chronically paralyzed patients by way of removing the damaged segment of the spine and fusing the spine parts together. So like in exactly that case we were talking about before, where you have like an injury specifically to part of the spinal cord, the idea of removing that segment and pushing the halves together, to itself,
which is
that's very
still
different.
more feasible.
It is worlds more feasible on paper, or at least conceptually.
And also, like, I mean, you still might have.
Yeah.
I'm not a neurosurgeon, so I don't know, like, if you could look at two halves of a bisected spine and easily align those nerves or not. I don't know how feasible that is, but I would think it would be more feasible than two disparate.
The bigger problem
spines.
is that nerve regeneration is like
Not
I don't think it happens.
likely.
I don't think it happens. It can happen in certain, like, okay, so they've used like stem cell treatments to like get nerves to do things they didn't used to do.
Yeah.
But the idea of and here's the word I couldn't find earlier, fusogens. Fusogens are chemical compounds that are designed to help fuse spine to spine. They're a medium through which nerves should be able to.
That doesn't sound real.
Well, it sounds, it doesn't sound real. But so he publishes this literally last month. He's still at this. It is much more, though, on some level realistic in the sense that, like, at the very least, if you took your own spine and removed a small section of spine, there's a higher likelihood that the arrangement of the spine, like across, like, a centimeter or a half an inch or so, is similar.
I was trying to
layout.
write removing damaged spine.
Yeah.
And I wrote removing damaged scientist. Which I think is the ultimate solution in this case.
That might ultimately be it.
Sometimes you gotta throw the whole man out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta throw the whole neurosurgeon out.
Yeah. So, yes. I get it sense that actually might be coming. Because here's the other thing is these communications have been infrequent. And when they do come along, they're never really
what he says.
Yeah. They're not quite where you want them to be.
I think also feels like a bait and switch because you just told us the procedure is imminent.
Yeah.
And then you come back, the next communication is saying, oh, yeah, we're doing a thing now where we can remove part of someone's spine and then fuse it. Okay, that's not what you were saying was imminent, though.
Right. So, yeah, it's a little bit moving the goalposts, a little bit sort of like over-promising and under-delivering, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This is my conclusion. This is where we wrap this thing up, more or less. I honestly, okay, so the consensus among people talking about this who actually know anything about it
Yeah.
is that it will probably never happen.
Yeah.
Some people would phrase that as strongly as it will never happen.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, and this could just reflect my lack of understanding, but I'm not so sure. And the reason I think this could eventually happen is because I think he kind of gets unlimited tries. being in China with if the government considers this worth pursuing, they can chuck all kinds of human life at this problem.
But here's the thing. Not all problems can be solved with unlimited resources. Some things are just physically impossible.
I know. But I don't think this is physically impossible. I think it's very unlikely.
Which part? Like the spine fused to its own self, a different healthy part?
I think I can't see it being impossible. I mean, it's just like one of these things where it's like, we always look back at stuff that seemed impossible and go, we thought that was impossible, but then we did it. Getting nerves to grow toward a medium and ultimately meet up with other nerves and bind doesn't seem to me totally impossible. It seems currently technologically impossible. Now, what happens after that could be a waking nightmare for the bodies that are involved.
Yeah.
But
I don't know that it might not be impossible.
Yeah.
But it might not be feasible when you consider cost and time.
Yeah.
And potential outcomes.
And tissue rejection, like regular surgery.
Right.
Like it's already that's already a problem.
You already have to be on massive meds.
Yeah.
Heavy duty meds to get an organ.
Right.
Transplant.
There's tons of logistical problems.
Can you imagine a whole body?
No.
You'd have to take so much. I can only imagine. You have to take so much medicine.
At that point, is it the body rejecting the head? I guess.
Something's being rejected, and you gotta be on some massive medication to prevent it from happening. Yeah. So that brings up another point. Are you gonna have to be like the same blood type as your blood donor and your body donor?
It seems you would have to be.
Because that's narrowing this even further.
I know, it's like further complexity. It makes it even more unlikely.
Because then you would need a seemingly healthy but dead body.
Right.
In the same blood type as yours, and then more blood of the same blood type as yours. If we're using the same system he's used on the rats and monkeys.
How about this problem? Even though it might seem obvious to us, what is the identity of the body that results from this surgery?
Yeah.
What is the identity? It's got, the mind of this person, but a big way we identify people is fingerprints, right?
True.
Like, other than that, or like that, but then there's dental records. You're
gonna have to go get like your social security card updated. I think I don't know. Something's gonna have to be updated.
Right. Like it actually just introduces some interesting, just basic problems.
Yeah.
My
body used to belong to Jim, but now it belongs to Jeffrey.
And what about your children? Are you still? Are you still their parents, or are you also the parents of the person whose body you got? Are those also your kids now?
Okay, when I was a kid, my dad shaved his beard and mustache off, and I freaked out and yelled and cried and told him to put it back on.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if your dad came home with a brand new body? I mean, that was just facial hair.
Yeah.
And I was scarred.
There's a bunch of interesting problems that abound around this, even if it does happen.
This is kooky.
A little bit more before I'm completely concluded here. To date, they claim to have performed this on many, many animals. They actually claim to have restored motor function with animals.
For how many hours?
I doubt this. Usually it's like in the way of hours. None of them make it like days.
Yeah.
But they have claimed
that's also kind of important.
Oh yeah. But they don't provide evidence for this. So that's the other thing, is there's more to a living thing than just motor function, but this totally goes unaddressed. Like, let's say you do connect the body of one dog to the head of another one and reanimate it in the sense that it moves or it twitches. Is that really motion, or is that involuntary? How could you even know? You couldn't know what you were seeing.
Yeah.
Because it's a dog that can't tell you.
I've watched enough Criminal Minds to just see this becoming a weird serial killer thing. There was actually an episode of that show where like a person is buying limbs off the black market.
Yeah.
Like legs off the black market. And I think at one point was murdering people and cutting off their legs and attaching it to a live person. Oh no, he was buying limbs off the black market, kidnapping people, chopping their leg off, and attaching the limb to the leg to see if he could get it to work.
Yeah.
And he didn't. And they were dying. And he was a serial killer.
Right. Yeah.
He had good intentions, but that's like what I have in my head right now.
So anyway, that's basically it. That's where we stand. There has not been a major announcement on a major procedure in a while. They claimed for it to be, imminent as of like summer of last year. No, nothing yet. But here's the thing. I don't think you're done hearing from this guy.
Yeah, I think he needs someone to inform him what imminent means.
Well, I really do think they're being pressured to show results. And eventually, and maybe that's what's already happened, is they weren't able to provide anything that even had the appearance of being successful because they already blew all their fakey free cards on we connected a head, but it wasn't really alive, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They basically could have taken up all of their sort of free pass.
Just gonna say, none of this research would get past peer review.
Well, that's the thing. It's all he presents a lot of those procedures I told you about, with the monkey head that was reconnected and all that. That he published the results of this for peer review. The takeaway was you didn't really do anything groundbreaking.
Yeah, you didn't do what you said you do. You can't call it a success.
Yeah.
If you didn't do what you said you were gonna do in any way.
Well, if you redefine success, if you continue to see success as this thing lived for 8 hours.
We did a thing,
yeah,
but not the thing you set out to do.
I cut a worm in half when I was a kid and watched both halves wiggle away. But you know what? They didn't both make it, and I didn't stick around long enough to see that.
Already more successful than this scientist.
I don't know. So that's it. Dr. Sergio Canavero. Sergio.
Sexy sax man is all I can think of. Sergio
and
Flores.
His woman discoveries.
Oh man.
Oh
jeez.
I'm gonna have my eye on this dude.
Yes.
Because we're gonna hear more.
Hey, keep us updated. Maybe some middle seggies. On this guy.
The Canavero quickie. Yeah.
Man, it means so many things considering his book about women.
I get the sense that what he was writing about wasn't the old quickie.
You don't know.
I'm guessing.
Did you read his book?
I'm not telling.
He might give you some tips on a quickie. I don't know. I haven't read it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's in Italian anyway, so I can't read it anyway. That is Sergio Canavero, and by the way, Xiaoping Ren, who didn't get much mention in my coverage of this.
Other than that, he exists and he's helping.
Yeah, he's helping, and I think it's actually his project as China sees it. But I think my interpretation of this is that
who's getting the byline?
Right. So, the thing is, Ren is getting the byline on a lot of stuff. He really is. But it's Canavero's work that is enabling this. And there's a reason that they took him in there. And I think that Ren is more or less the representation of the state or of China's interest in this thing as the lead on the project. And it's not that he doesn't have his own accomplishments or anything, but I think this is all Canavero's, essentially his dream and fantasy being brought to life through a research team of dozens.
Yeah.
Anyway, just here to say, don't take off my head. I like it very much. That's it.
The Dave Dragowski story.
Yeah, that's it. We'll hear more from this guy in the future.
It's just made me angrier than I thought it would.
I thought this was all going to be fun and whimsy until it came to like Chinese bodies, anonymous Chinese bodies, and that makes when we talk about with the Falun Gong.
Yeah,
it really pissed me off.
Real live concerns.
Yeah,
about ethics in many, many, many ways.
Yeah,
so many ethical quagmires.
Yeah,
in this.
Well, the thing is, it is well known exactly how much human life China is willing to throw at things like buy a kidney,
Yeah.
And how much money they've made off of it.
Just like a disregard.
Yes. And that's so bothersome. And if it's even remotely what I think it is.
Yeah.
I would hope that they would have some real qualms with doing what they are doing on just a long line of bodies.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to make any hard statements on that about an entire nation and be like, oh, it doesn't seem like they would have qualms. I mean,
well, it's not an entire nation. It is like a government that has a bad track record. It has nothing to do with the people of China.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the actual people.
Yeah.
But the government.
Yeah.
I don't need to be
what I'm trying to say
by
is
the Chinese government, though.
We are right about now getting indexed out of the Google China search engine. We are no longer available in China. It was nice while it lasted.
And they will, if I try to put on a dance show with my dance troupe, they will come and they will protest. They will try to get it shut down.
What is that called again?
I forget the name, but it's the
culture of 1,000 years reborn.
It's the Falun Gong extension that is the dance troupe that's like everywhere right now.
Yeah. Anyway, we should probably call this. We should probably call this because now we're just gibber jabbering.
It was an extra long episode.
Yes, it was. It was a very, very long episode.
You know what?
I hope anyone enjoyed that.
This was your special extra long episode because we missed 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
So we will be back next week.
Yes.
If we're not, I'll be right pissed.
Yes.
With another episode of Goose Chase.
Goose Chase.
Thanks for listening. We missed you.
It's been so long since I've done that.
I know.
We did miss you.
We'll be back next week. Thank you again. Bye.
Bye. You've been listening to Goose Chase. We are Goose Chase Podcast on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, our handle is @GooseChasePod, and our website is www.goosechasepodcast.com.
If you have any topics you'd like us to research, please email us at goosechasepodcast@gmail.com. If you like what we do on the show, please rate and review us on iTunes and Google Play.
Want to go on a goose chase?
Ooh, yes.